We're about an hour away from home. We've met this guy named Mike. He's had quite a collection that he showed us last time we were here. We bought a set of wheels off him, and we've asked to come back. So this is Mike, and this is Mike's collection. And we thought we'd bring you along with us. Well, you've done them up right. I mean, they look nice, that's for sure.
A lot of these, not all of them, but a lot of these came in boxes. You know how they come in pieces.
Come in boxes.
Yeah, come in boxes. They're all somebody taking it apart and didn't finish it. That's cool. That is a cool bike.
It is cool.
Yeah, I mean, it runs as good as a new one, and it's a 500.
Yes.
It's a 500. So that's a 1970 500, and they were about the best riding and running bike that Triumph ever built.
Is that right?
Yeah, I've had 2 of them. Yeah. That BSA that's a Royal Star. That's a 500 with a single carburetor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty, isn't it? The chrome and the blue.
Yeah.
Very pretty.
Yeah, my wife actually did that bike. Yeah, we worked side by side one year in the garage there. She did one, and I did another one. So I can't remember which one I did, but I think it was this one here.
Did it turn out as good as hers?
No. She was pretty finicky.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's super cool.
Yeah, that bike there was everything on that bike is handmade.
Yeah.
The tank, the seat
cool,
pan,
yeah.
front end. It's a single cylinder BSA.
Yeah.
But we used all 650 BSA charging system, the clutch setup and everything on the side of it here. It's all open. Mm-hmm. And
where you made the guard and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. That bike I built that bike so I could take it to Loring, to the speed trials up there. And then the COVID come along and that was the end of it. So I think I'll probably get it up this year.
That'd be awesome.
They have 2 or 3 meets up there. You should really go. It's really worth seeing. There's some really cool cars there and real old stuff. And they race everything from a moped to a
whatever they can.
Whatever. Yeah. A lot of guys come up from Boston with the exotic cars and stuff. So it's an awesome place. I think they have it 2 or 3 times a year now.
That'd probably be good for us to go to, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be. It's in Loring. And I have another friend of mine in Halifax. He's got a BSA that he's getting ready to take up there next year. So.
Oh no! You better get something ready, sweetheart.
I think the record for that bike is like 92 miles an hour or something. That's what I'd have to break to get my name in the book.
Okay.
So,
what do you think?
There's some really. I rode on the street a little bit, but I have never had it wide open. So, but
it's like how you done the spraying, and it's cool. It's cool. It's a cool bike.
It is a neat bike.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did take it up there once, and then they told me I had to do some things like you got to have a kill switch on
in case you fall off.
In case you fall off. That's right.
Kill the bike. Yeah.
But it's it's at an old Air Force base up there. It's unbelievable. Yeah. Just the history around the place is unreal. And British Cycle Supply, have you ever heard of that?
I've heard tell of them, yes.
He has a shop right there. They have a big building. They bought a big hangar and they have a business there, as well as the one in Kentville.
Right. Awesome. You even got yourself a Honda. 2 of them.
A couple Hondas, yeah.
Couple Hondas.
I got more Hondas. They're over at the museum. So.
Right?
Yeah.
What do you have for Hondas over there?
I got a CB 450 Black Bomber, 66. I got a Honda 750 Chopper over there. It's quite famous. Okay. It was built by Yosemite Sam back in the Sam Rudolph's his name. Okay. He lived in Ontario. He just passed away. You could go on the website and look. He did some awesome stuff. But this is a really neat bike. I think I might have a picture of it out in the garage. I can show you. Okay. No, I like all the helmets you get displayed. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah. The Panther I did last year. That was last year's project. That was all in boxes when I got it. I waited a long time for that bike. You bought that local? Yeah. There was a guy come from England, a friend of mine, was in the motorcycle club, decided he was moving back to England, and couldn't take everything back with him. So I was after that bike for a couple of years. They call it a sloper, right? Because the engine's tilted forward in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that empty down there? Does the engine hold that? No. Does the engine hold that together? Is there a bar going underneath that engine?
No,
or?
that's the engine.
Oh, wow.
It's part of the main, and there's no
Yeah.
oil tank. It's all wet sump, right?
Yeah.
And not too many of them around.
Pretty colors you get on it. The blue.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the original colors.
Nice.
Yeah.
I never noticed that, but I did now.
That snake?
Yeah.
Well, I have a history, but I built a lot of restaurants in my day.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, when I do, that's what I do, construction.
Yeah.
But I built a lot of restaurants, and back in the early 2000s, I would have built restaurants called Lone Star Cafes.
Okay.
There was 3 or 4 of them around here, and they had all the stuff they bought in Texas, and it was made out of paper mache.
Yeah.
So I got that. When they closed them all up, they asked me if I wanted anything, and that's where all the stuff come from.
Okay.
And the snake, and then there's a buzzard out in the other garage
Oh, okay.
there that I got from them. So, yeah.
Never seen a Norton with high handlebars like that before?
Yeah, it's called a high rider.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a buddy of mine, Mike, that had one of those.
A high rider.
Yeah, high rider. Yeah, they were like an early day chopper. So my Norton's just like that one there. It's the black one there.
Yeah, okay.
Same as that, or the one in the picture over there.
I'm going to have to get down there and see your bikes.
Yeah, they're in. Yeah, they're in the museum.
Are they your best ones, you think? Is that what you
not
chose?
Normally. Not normally.
They're just the ones
Yeah,
you
yeah.
let go down there?
Yeah, there is some nice stuff over there. There's an aerial square 4 over there, 49 aerial. It's a beautiful bike. Not many of them around here.
Right.
That's over there. I finished that 3 years ago. I'm bringing 3 of them home this week, so I got some work to do to them. So
Okay.
I'll send some of these over there and then take.
So you'll take some and put some
I'll
right on?
do a switcheroo.
Right on?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's helping you and them.
Yeah,
you
oh,
know,
yeah.
Both of you,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
What do you think, Tim?
But what?
Do you like the shininess or what?
Oh, yeah.
I suppose you want to ride that chopper.
Well, I'm just wondering.
That's pretty cool.
Well, I had quite a few antique bicycles. I took, I think, 8 of them over to the museum and got them over there.
Yeah, this one, this one can't be antique.
No,
it's
no.
too much new stuff.
No, that's newer.
Yeah, it's just
it's
different
newer.
design,
Yeah.
like that rear
Yeah.
tires. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
That bike back there, that's a replica. I think I told you about
Yeah.
that, but that's for instance, the gas tank in that bike's made out of a fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
And the headlight is, looks like an old headlight, but it's a food container. Like a food container for putting your lunch in.
He was pulling a bad Chad.
Yeah.
I need something. You need to go find it, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. I don't know
So
if
that was a soup container?
Yeah. And that was a fire extinguisher.
That's a fire extinguisher, right on.
Yeah.
That's what you need, Tim.
The same as on this bike here. This is the one that Wendell built.
Yeah.
I gave him the motor, got him a frame, and then like the oil tank down there,
Yeah.
that's made out of a drive shaft,
Okay.
aluminum drive shaft.
Yep.
Yeah.
Chevy trucks would have aluminum drive shaft. Yeah. Chevy truck. Yeah.
Actually, we have another friend of ours. His name's Tony Roy. He lives down in Liverpool. I think he made that oil tank and a lot of the bracketry and stuff on this.
Yes.
He's a machinist as well. He made all the control stuff. Yeah. That's a 500. That's a Royal Star engine, the same motor that's in this bike here.
Okay. Got the same head on it and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah. I see
yeah,
that
same
now.
thing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. I didn't get to look at your pinball machine last time I was
go
down
ahead.
here. Does it work?
Yep.
It does. Right on.
Let me show you.
Okay.
Get any quarters? I'm all right. Only kidding you.
Good way to make money. Eh?
Yeah. I invite people in and take the quarters.
Yeah, you getting quarters?
Wait a second. Turn it on.
Well, that now, would you?
Push this. Ball
Yeah.
comes up. And if you do really good, buddy hits the thing here, see?
Okay. Right on.
Yeah, and it just keeps going, right?
You getting on there, baby? Getting on the other one? little flapper thing on the
Right
side,
here.
or button on the side.
Oh, you get it, Chad.
It's hard what to believe what would amuse somebody for a long time, eh?
This is incredible, isn't it?
Yeah. It is pretty cool.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Yeah, it is neat.
Now, if this thing come apart at all, does it?
I think when I transported here, I think I took the legs off it. I just unbolted the legs, and then just to set the thing down, put a strap around it, and that's it. Away she goes.
That back piece doesn't come off or anything?
I never took it off because I'm afraid to.
Yeah.
I'll be afraid to hurt it.
Would you lay it down on its side, or would you?
No, I just said I reached
just
down
like
straight
that?
like that and put it at the front and put a couple straps around it.
Okay.
That's the way I brought it here, and I think I took the legs off it.
Alrighty.
I don't think it's that heavy. I can't remember. No, it's pretty heavy.
How long you been here?
20 years.
20 years. And you're moving soon, you think?
I don't know. I'm thinking about it, but if I do, I got to get rid of a lot of stuff. So
Well, there you go.
yeah.
Don't move then. Are these some of your bikes here?
That was at the. That was pictures of. I was at the Harley Davidson birthday party in Toronto.
Okay.
Many years ago, and if you look over here, these are all buddies of mine that were up in Toronto. I stayed with them, and I took one of my bikes up, and
Okay.
there's the three of us there. I had a really nice Harley chopper at that time. So yeah. There's a neat thing here too, Chad. This is the flag
yeah.
that's out there. This is a needlepoint thing that was done for the club back in the day.
Needlepoint. Wow.
Yeah, there.
It doesn't even look like needlepoint. You think you would see?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Somebody gave me that. It says here, this club crest was given to me by the son of Jack Noss. So Jack Noss was the guy in Halifax that owned bicycle shops.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. You don't have this bike, do you?
No.
Or do you?
No, that's a Vincent. I can't afford one of those.
Well,
But there is a guy
there's a friend of ours that we were talking to him about you, or you just got to
he knows
talking
me.
to him?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got seven of them, I think, doesn't
Yeah.
he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. His name?
Chris.
Chris, yeah.
Chris.
Chris Liscom. Yeah,
You got
his
it.
wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a neat place down there.
He was at
It's
the
up
house.
on the mountain, right?
Yeah, with his 48 Ford, I think, coupe he was there with. He was
Yeah.
looking around and
Yeah.
If I have something, actually he was selling me the fender skirts. I bought some
Yeah.
fender skirts. He'd bring them down so I could
Yeah. He's
buy
got an
them off
Arden,
him.
too. He's got an Arden engine, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
he does.
Yeah.
Yes, he does. He has some very desirable stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, those Vincents are worth a lot of money. And he'll tell you when he used to collect them, they were giving them away.
Yeah. He had a couple Indians there, I noticed when I
Yeah.
was there.
Yeah.
One was really nice. It was a white one that didn't have, it was all patina.
Yeah.
And then he had one that was painted.
Yeah.
But
Silver.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the white one's all original.
Yeah.
Had
I
low
think,
miles
I think
on
he
it.
sold that.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. I saw Shane at Auto Lane had it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they were going to take offers on it. So, yeah, nice bike. And he put
Yeah.
electric start on it.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, his knees are getting.
it seemed like a lot of money to me, but
Yeah, well, I had one.
if you want one, I guess you're going to have to pay for it, are you not?
Yeah, I had one that's right here. This one here I had. That one there.
Okay.
And that was a 1946 Chief. That was dark green and cream. It was a beautiful, beautiful bike.
Yeah.
Flawless. And that's in a museum in Florida.
Okay.
Two doctors down there called me and
They wanted
wore
it.
me down.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. And then after I sold it, I was going to buy another one, but like you said, they're too expensive.
Well, they are very, I mean, I think,
Yeah. You buy one now, like in Canada, if you could find one that wasn't even that great, you'd still have to pay $25,000 or $30,000 for it. Easy.
yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot of money, right?
It is, yeah.
But
It is. I
But
mean,
at the end of the day,
if you don't pay for it, you're not going to have one.
that's right, and it's not going to get down in value.
Yes. I was thinking
There are
the
certain
exact same.
motorcycles that will hold their value. Anything two-stroke, like those
Yeah.
old Cowies,
Yeah.
those bikes hold their value like crazy. So,
We've got a couple two-strokes, a
Yeah.
few two-strokes, and I don't know much about them, but what I can say is that you can acquire them cheaper than you can a car.
yeah,
And I'm a collecting sort, so
Yeah.
You know, for me to buy a motorcycle, I'm just kind of looking after
and
it.
you don't take up as much room.
Yeah.
And if you spend $2,000 or $3,000 on a motorcycle, you can do quite a bit of work to it. You spend $2,000 or $3,000 on a car, as you well know.
Yeah.
You don't see anything you did.
Yeah, you wouldn't get a motor done.
No.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Not
So
anymore. No, not anymore.
that's basically we're doing a project that we think that bike will fit probably perfectly. Just how it's sweaty and we're going to keep this thing sweaty. We'll see what
that
happens.
bike is awesome, really. And that bike, it runs. All I did to is I put 2 new tires on it, and I lined the tank. The tank's been lined. I just wanted it to be mechanically good, and it does run nice. It runs really good, but it looks like
It looks the part.
It does, yeah.
It's cool.
And the problem with it is that it'd be no good for you to take that bike to restore it.
Yeah.
Because you could, by the time you ended up restoring it, you could have bought one for a lot less money, right?
Yes, I'm thinking that, what can I say? Yeah, leave it that way.
Yeah, just leave it that way.
Yeah. I wouldn't do anything too. I think it'd be a loss if you did.
No, I think so too.
You know, to me.
Yeah, no, it's a neat bike.
Yeah, we enjoyed it when we seen it.
Yeah.
And we liked the
pinball machine.
pinball machine.
Yeah, pinball machine's cool. Yeah. That bike there come from American Pickers.
Is that right?
It was a company called Felt that makes bicycles. And they built, I can't remember how many it was, a special run for Mike Wolf from American Pickers.
Yeah, that in the garage.
And they were very hard to get a hold of. But I had a friend of mine that owned a bicycle shop in Halifax. And he called me one day and he said, I think I can get you one of his bikes. So I ended up with it.
Was it on or
It's pretty neat. Yeah, so that's where it come from. Yeah.
What do you think? Do you like the pinball machine?
Yeah, that's where it come from. Yeah. Yeah, that's why it's got up here the Antique Archaeology. That's their logo, right? So, yeah.
Cool. So you wanted?
2,500 and 500.
Is that your best price?
That's my best price. That bike's worth every cent of that. You don't get much for $2,500 anymore.
Cool.
It is a good bike.
Yeah.
It is a good bike.
Yeah.
And if you ever want to get it running and stuff, just let me know. I'd even come down and help you.
Perfect.
Yeah. There's nothing to do. All you can do is put a battery in it, gas, oil, and it'll start.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a cool piece.
I think it'll fit perfectly for what we're doing.
Yeah.
I think it will.
Oh God, I can't keep up with what you're doing, so I would. You're a machine, I'll tell you that.
Oh, we just keep cruising.
Yeah, I know. Well, you do some pretty cool stuff. I'm always impressed.
Some of it's, Sometimes I wonder why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Oh,
but
we all do that.
Do we all do that?
We all do that.
I thought it might be
I said to
just
Wendell,
me.
I told Wendell you were coming up today, and I said, I'm going to ask Chad. I said, what happened to the Rockabilly weekends? Because I said, Wendell and me used to love going up for that. They just got too big, I think, didn't they?
We did, and then we built that big building.
Yeah, so you ate up a bunch of land, and but that was fun. I used to love going down there for that.
I didn't realize you were there.
Oh yeah, I had my Cadillac hearse there one year.
Okay.
All customized. Wendell painted off for
Right.
me. And then another year I went down. I had a '63 yellow Ford Econoline pickup truck with a chopper in the back of it.
Okay.
You stopped me on the way out the driveway and said, "I love that bike."
Right on.
Yeah. So I've been down.
I wouldn't have said that unless I did. So it must have been true.
Yeah,
it must have been true.
Yeah.
You have more stuff. You able to show us?
Yeah. Let's
that
go
too?
to the garage.
Okay. How you want to do that? We'll just
We'll
follow you.
follow
or
me.
Follow this way. You have a beautiful spot here, that's for sure.
Oh, I like it here.
That's beautiful.
Well, when I built my house, I said I'm going to be the last one I'm going to build. And I said I'll.
This is what you've done for all your life is build homes?
No, I don't build homes. Mostly commercial stuff. Restaurants,
Wait for them.
car dealerships,
Looking at the wall.
Are they looking at the walls?
restaurants, car dealerships, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, mostly commercial. I didn't do very many houses. I did maybe that many. I only did them for people that I knew, so.
I'll get them. I'll shut the door and stuff.
Yeah.
So you've had any of these out to drive the last little while?
Oh yeah, these have both been out in the last couple weeks.
Okay.
Last runs of the year.
Do you mind if I go in around and take a look?
No, you can help yourself, Chad. Do whatever you want.
Awesome. Dude. Awesome. How do you like the little flathead in this?
Well, it's nice that they don't make a lot of power, but it's very dependable.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, and it's kind of cool for the era. It's a traditional hot rod, right? So
For sure.
yeah, no, I like it. That old BSA, that's next winter's project.
Man, that'd look just good enough for me, just the way it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're just going to smarten it up a little bit more?
Yeah, I got a few things to do to it.
More
Not
smart.
a lot. Not
Okay.
a lot, but yeah.
Lightning power. That means it's got 2 carbs, is it? Is that
Yeah,
what
it's
that
a
means?
650 with dual carbs. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the Lightning model.
Nice.
There was a Royal Star,
Yeah.
which we have one in the basement. That's
Yeah.
a 500, and then there was a Thunderbolt, which was the 650 version with a single carb.
Yeah, okay.
And the only thing that was really different was the head, right? So the intake.
Do you work on them also? Like, you do like mechanical work to them? You know what's
Yeah, I
going
have
on with them?
myself and I have 2 friends of mine
Okay.
that give me a lot of help as well.
So if you can't figure it out, you have somebody that can.
Yeah.
That's good. That's
yeah,
awesome.
I belong to a thing called the Atlantic Vintage Motorcycle Society.
Yeah.
And they have about 160 members in Nova Scotia, and the president and one of the other guys in the club are very good friends of mine. They give me a lot of help. He does a lot of British bikes and stuff.
Gotcha.
So
We have one.
yeah, you got a Lightning, don't you?
I have got one. I think
Red
it's a
one?
Lightning, yeah.
Yeah,
Sometimes I'm not quite sure of exactly what it is, but if you know what I'm saying.
yeah. They're a little finicky, but they're fun to ride.
A little finicky. I did ride it down the road, and I did like how it felt, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
I
they're
felt like I
fun.
was really riding
Yeah,
a
they're
motorcycle,
fun.
you know?
Yeah, I like British bikes. They have a very unique sound to them, and if you don't mind working on them once in a while, they're all right. But I have a passion for them. So
Yeah. I like the black and the chrome.
yeah.
I like that the handlebars are down low.
Yeah.
I don't like.
Yeah.
I have a few bikes. The handlebars come up quite
Yeah.
high. I'm not.
Yeah, no.
It's not
Those
a.
are called European bars, the ones that are on that bike right
Okay.
now. So they're a little bit lower.
And I like that the BSA tags are on the front fender. I like that. That's
it's
cool.
called a pedestrian slicer.
A pedestrian slicer.
That's what they were called, yeah. Yeah,
Well, there you go.
yeah. So that one will need a little work, not too much.
How long have you owned this car?
2 years now.
2 years.
Yeah.
So did you buy it this way?
Yep.
Okay.
It was a friend, guy I know in Halifax, built the car
Okay.
for himself and didn't use it much, and called and asked if we'd be interested in buying it, and I bought it. So then it's a lovely car. I really like it because I can go anywhere in it.
Yeah.
Very comfortable. It's got a 3-speed automatic transmission in it with overdrive, and it's got a quick change in it. 342 gears in it.
Nice.
Down the highway, it's awesome. Yeah, they're expensive motor to work on.
Yeah, I have a couple, but I've been buying ones that, I haven't bought, nothing that's hopped up or anything, but, I have got a couple.
Yeah.
And I do enjoy the sound of
Yeah,
them.
they do. Yeah. I love the car. I really love it. And it's
Awesome.
Kermit would have done the pinstriping
Okay.
back in the day.
Yeah, we know that cat.
Yeah,
He's done some for us.
Clifford Teddy, Clifford and Kermit did this car.
Okay.
So if you look on one side, you'll see Kermit's name.
Yeah.
If you look on the other side, you'll see
Okay.
Clifford, CK's name, Clifford Teddy's
Right on,
name on it.
yeah.
So they were both here and did this for me. I didn't want any decals on. I wanted it all hand painted, right?
Right
so
on.
they did that, and actually the first year they did it for me, they painted this gold part was
Yeah.
painted, and then Clifford came back the next winter and right in the garage here he did it all in gold leaf,
Right.
stripped it all off and did it all. So yeah, they're both very talented guys.
They are.
Yeah.
They've done a couple things for us, actually.
Yeah, I think they did the Noggins truck.
They did that, and they did the dump truck,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
they also did the race car that we did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Clifford, I see Clifford quite a bit. He's an awesome guy. Yeah,
Yeah, he seems like a good
yeah.
guy.
He's quite proud of this. So.
This is quite like an air piece, or I like how you get a little helmet back there, gold leaf.
Yeah, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Have you raced this at all?
No, just street driving.
Just street driving?
Yeah.
Just street racing?
Yeah. Well, I don't do much of that anymore, but it's
Stop sign to stop sign?
yeah. It's a nasty sounding old thing. It's the motor that was in my race car for almost 20 years. So we freshened it up and put it in here, but it's
You obviously started in here before you.
oh yeah.
Can you
wanna
start
hear it?
Yeah, for sure. I'll get out though. I want to hear it for sure. Nathan would like that tunnel ramp.
Oops. I don't think there's anything else I need
Well
to do.
done, isn't it? Very well done. How many horses would that have?
I think it's both 450. It's not crazy, but it's...
Well, it would be in that little car, would it not?
oh yeah, no, it works really good. It's got a 5-speed Tremec in it. So you can drive it on the highway and it, you can, it drives along like a normal car.
It's well done.
No, thank you. Wendell painted it.
Yeah.
I just left Wendell.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I told him you were coming over. He said to say hi.
Yeah, I actually did a course with Wendell one
Yeah.
time, and Gene Winfield course.
Yeah.
I met him. He was good.
Yeah, Wendell's
good.
a great guy. I grew up across the street from him, so we were best friends, right? So he did this car. We did two together. We did this one, and then his 55 Chev up there, right?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so we did both those cars about the same time. He painted both of them.
Yeah. He's good at what he does, that's for sure.
Yes, he's very talented.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he is. Yeah. I actually seen him on the internet sharing a picture of the bike that you showed me, the
skinny one?
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, he built that for himself and then didn't want it when it was finished.
Yeah, that's crazy, eh?
And then I have another friend of mine who is a drag racer.
Yeah.
He helps me with the motors and stuff. And so actually, he did a lot of the work on this car for me, actually.
Well, one thing I will say, they're very clean and showy.
Oh yeah, I like shiny stuff.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, very well done.
Yeah, I like shiny stuff.
And it was a good shaped car when you started?
Yeah, it was a Southern car, and it was there was typical bottoms of the front fenders, but besides that, the car underneath the car is beautiful.
Awesome.
Yeah,
it's always nice when they come that way.
Yeah,
yeah. I've had a few that haven't.
Yeah, nothing worse than rust, eh?
Oh. The sounds of sirens.
Yeah, that's all you hear. Not much noise out here.
This is a nice little get up you got going on here.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's nice.
I just drained the hot tub today.
Is that right?
I don't use it in the winter.
Just seems like a nice little quiet spot to sit down.
It's beautiful out here.
Huh? Do you drink at all?
The odd time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just thinking around the deck and.
Oh yeah, it's very relaxing.
Yeah, this is cool. I'll get in and sleep.
Come on in.
Huh? What do you think? What, that's a little toy barn, what? Quite something else.
So I got a few cars that aren't here. I got a 52 Chevy pickup truck that I just put away last week, and
has a tunnel ram, was it not?
Tunnel ram on it, yeah. Tunnel ram, 2 4-barrels, 48 Ford Angula.
You don't expect to see I didn't ever expect to see this here, eh?
Kind of out of place for me, isn't it?
Well, I mean, I shouldn't say that. Where you have the BSA and the Triumphs and that sort of stuff.
I had one when I was going to school.
Right.
And it disintegrated around me. Well, when I grew up, I said, I'm going to get another one of those. So actually, that car was bought brand new in my home bay.
Is that quite quick?
No.
No, he says
it sounds nice.
Yeah.
And it handles nice.
Yeah.
And it drives nice, but they're not that
battery
fast.
tender.
Yeah, don't worry about that. It's not that fast, but it's fun.
I like that. I like this too. I like them all, actually.
Yeah. This is 75. I call that my Elvis bike. Reminds me of something Elvis Presley would ride, but it's a shovel head. I really partial to shovel heads. And it's kind of cool.
I gotta look and see what the head looks like. Just to know why it's a shovel. I think I know what a pan head looks like.
Yeah.
Okay, the shovel's got it.
Yeah, okay. That's right. Pan head looks like a
A pan.
pan over it.
Yeah.
That one over there is a flathead.
Yeah.
And those ones over there, twin cams, are more modern.
And you have a, what year's your coupe?
That's a 34. That's a steel car with the glass fenders on the back of it and a glass trunk lid, but the rest of the car is steel.
How long have you owned that?
Long time. That's old. I've had that for a long time. It's got a supercharged small block in it with 3 deuces. Actually, it's got 3 Strombergs on it.
I like it.
Yeah. Oh, it's fun. It's like driving a car. It's the blower motor, and it works really good. But it's I had 2 4-barrels on it when I first built it. It was really cool. But it's fun to drive.
I would say. These hoists that you have going on here,
Yeah.
they're mainly for just putting cars on top of cars?
Yeah.
Is that what they're mainly for?
Yeah.
But you could work on them, no
Oh
problem.
yeah. Yeah, you can get a jack system that goes along the rails on the inside, and you can jack the car up and do all this stuff.
And they're not expensive.
No, I mean, I think you can buy them. I think they're around $3,000 or something like that, or $3,500.
And you don't have to bolt them down.
No, they come with wheels. That black one comes with wheels.
That's
You can-
what we're going with.
you can
That's,
roll it
that's what I
around.
want right there. I don't want. I don't need a hoist or anything.
Yeah.
If I need to put a car up, and it would be nice to be able to drive it on to
Yeah,
see
you can
what's
still
going
do
on.
oil changes and stuff, and you can get the roller jacks that go along on the inside, and you can jack the car up underneath if you want to. And
Right.
yeah, I got a good friend of mine that he's in that business. So if you ever wanted one,
His name Dane.
no, his name's Joel.
Joel.
He owns a company called Precision Hydraulics.
Okay. And you've raced this?
Oh, many years, 20 years. There's a picture of it over here with the body on it. I have not raced it with that motor in it. That motor hasn't been started yet. That's alcohol. That one. So the motor that's in
Must
the,
be quite a thrill, is it not?
oh, it's a blast. It's a blast. The car runs, I think with the other motor in it, ran like mid-9 seconds.
Oh, wow.
145 miles an hour. But the car is super fun to drive. It's a blast. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been.
I'll have that out next year.
I've never been that fast in my life.
Oh, you'd love it.
Oh, she'd be quite a rush. I know that. I was at the 4-wheel drive rallies, and one of the guys was nice enough to ask me to go for a ride with him.
Oh, really?
And I couldn't even pick my head up. Like, it was like crazy how fast it was going. Like, I
These
couldn't
things-
even.
Yeah, these things here are unreal. Like there are a lot of electronics in them. So you pull up to the line, do your burnout.
Yeah.
It's got line lock in it and stuff.
Yeah.
But once you get up to the line, get the car staged, it's got a trans brake in it and a computer.
Okay.
So you just push the button, push the pedal right to the floor. I think this car comes up to about $5,000, and then you let go of the button on the first light, and as the light goes down, the computer takes over, and the car launches, and it's a rush.
Wow.
And then 9 seconds later, you're finished.
9 seconds later.
Trying to get it stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you like watching Street Outlaws?
Oh yeah, I like all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like all
We've
that
met
stuff.
some of them.
Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we went to SEMA, we got to meet.
Yeah. I went to
A few
SEMA
of
a
them.
few years ago.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that show. I think the 2 favorite things I've been to is SEMA. I was to the Grand National Roadshow show in California a few years ago. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's probably the Super Bowl. Somewhat
Yeah.
of
Oh,
cars,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
And Syracuse, I really loved Syracuse.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know you guys.
We
were
went
yeah.
there. That was quite something
Yeah,
else.
that's quite an activity there.
There was a lot of cars there.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I got to meet American Graffiti, the American Graffiti guy.
Yeah.
Paul Lamont, Milner.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he was there, and he signed the horn button in my 34 for me.
Okay.
I got a signature on it, so he's a nice guy.
And Candy Clark's usually there.
Yeah, she was with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we come by one morning, and there was he was sitting there by himself. There was me and Wendell, and what's the guy's name? The painter, Hutton.
Oh,
Charlie Hutton.
Hutton,
Charlie
yeah.
Hutton was sitting there.
Okay.
And Wendell spent 45 minutes talking to him. Yeah,
Well, there you go.
yeah.
What do you think, Tim?
I don't know, brother.
Quite a toy store, eh?
It is so.
Quite a toy store. It's beautiful.
Candy shop.
Yeah, it's quite a candy shop.
Yes, sir.
I'm thinking this bike. I like this bike here, and this bike here. I'm not. But then
This
again,
here is very difficult to drive. This is not a normal motorcycle.
I'm thinking this is more my.
Yeah. Actually, I got the real car that looks like that. So it's not,
You do?
Yeah, I have 48 Angular.
Okay.
Yeah, Pro Street car. It's all blower motor in it and stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's at work.
It's at work.
Well, I keep it in over at work there. I haven't got room for it in here.
Right.
This bike here is very easy to drive. This is a very simple bike to ride. That there is a little more different because it's got a foot clutch and hand shift,
Right.
suicide shift and stuff. So everything's different on it.
So you really have to prepare yourself when you jump on it.
Not a bike that you want to drive in traffic.
It's not a bike you want to drive in traffic.
But this bike is fun. This goes anywhere. It's fun. It's comfy.
It looks it.
Yeah.
What year is this again?
75. That's a 75. This is a 46.
What is this one worth? In your opinion, just is like
It'd be in the $15,000 to $20,000 range.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That one there would be worth more. Well,
The older they get, generally the
more the pan heads. Pan heads like that, the flat head and the shovel head. You go to a pan head, you pay 25 to 35,000.
Right.
You go to a knucklehead. Knuckleheads are really expensive now. They get big money for those, just because they're older, right?
Yeah.
So,
paying for nostalgia.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will you take us upstairs
Yeah.
and show us your stuff? We
Yeah.
can see this. It's upstairs what he's got. It's kind of an odd thing, but
I got a little bit.
more memorabilia.
Yeah.
It's good stuff though.
Oh, I love it.
Oh wow. Yeah.
People give me stuff, and I just, what are you gonna do? I can't say no.
What are you gonna do? He says. This is cool. Check out the planes and stuff, Tim. Look. Huh?
I seen them coming up.
Handmade.
Yeah.
Handmade. And he
Yeah,
makes
some of these are kits, but that one over there is handmade. That big mosquito there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
them.
Well, isn't that freaking weird, man?
Why?
Because I spent damn near a whole hour of my life watching the documentary the other night of the having a mosquito
Oh,
being
that's
made
it there.
and
It's the only plane.
bombed and
Yeah.
all the German nicknames for it
Yeah.
and all the bombing missions. And,
Yeah. It's the only plane that was
What,
ever
that-
built out of all wood.
yeah. And
Not
they
a- it
didn't
was all
want it.
wood.
Yeah.
So you know the history of that plane?
Yeah, two big Merlin engines.
Yeah,
on there
that's
and,
right.
Cannons and
Yeah, that's
machine
right.
guns and
Yeah, that's
600
right.
some odd pound bombers and I did
Yeah.
a lot of like 5,000 escort missions for the heavy bombers in
Yeah.
Germany. And,
Yeah, they were very
specialized stuff, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird because
Yeah.
You just did the history on it.
Yeah. I think
cool.
I'm gonna.
It's one of Canada's legends that
Yeah.
nobody gives a shit about.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Really?
So that was a Canadian plane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I'm
See, I
gonna.
didn't.
I'm gonna finish that, and I was gonna try to upfit it, like to make it work, but I don't think I'm ever gonna fly. So I'll just make it look like it's gonna fly. I'll paint it. I get a special decal kit. There's a girl in California that makes them for them,
Okay.
and then I'll probably put it over to the museum. They got a couple of my planes over there now.
Yeah, pilot and navigator, which probably
Yeah,
don't even live anymore. They're probably all passed
Oh,
away
yeah, they
by
would
now.
yeah. I was gonna give it to the aviation museum, but I think
Them little boats. How fast you
come
say them
to-
minutes ago?
Well, this one here, come over and see this.
I shouldn't say little boats, but
Well, you're little power, small but mighty. They have a two-stroke with tune pipes in them, and they this one here is probably the fastest of all these. This will do about 65, 70 miles an hour, and it revs about it'll rev about 20,000 RPM.
So how do you control that thing?
This with the radio.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This thing is awesome. When it's in the water, when it gets up on when it gets planed up, it's just like a great big rooster tail out of the back of it. And then when it goes around the corner, skips around the corners, it's a lot of fun.
So you run that in your hot tub, do you?
There used to be there used to be a lot of guys around here that we used to do this every Sunday morning, and then I think it was 9/11 came along, and then we used to do it up behind Shearwater, and they wouldn't let us do it anymore. And so, anyways, these have been sitting here forever. And now the thing is that not very many people use gas motors anymore. They use all electric. Stuff's all electric now, right? So electric stuff's a lot easier to use, and these are finicky, right? So, but they're a lot of fun.
And the electric motors are power instant. Yeah, like
I know all the records now are held with electric motors. All the speed records for this stuff. This one here, the orange one, that boat was 1.5 inches taller. I had that over at PEI, and a guy run over me with it in a race over there. We used to race over there. Had great hobbies. Guy run over and wrecked it. So I put it in a garbage bag and brought it home. And I have a good friend of mine, Larry Robar, who's a body man for us up in Dartmouth.
Yeah.
And he took it and cut the top off it and put it back together. And he calls me the Herminator. So he drew this, he painted this. He does a lot of airbrush. He did all this. Yeah. He did this boat here. He did that one. He did that one. He did this one.
Fantastic.
Yeah, he's quite talented. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
An old bicycle.
Yeah.
Maybe next time we can come and get that.
I am going to sell that.
I remember you were telling me. I said maybe next time we can go back and get.
Well, I'm not going to advertise it. So if I do decide to advertise it, I'll send you a note first.
That'd be great. Awesome.
Yeah, because I built it because I was building another race car.
Right.
A Vega funny car, and I was going to put a big block in it, and I bought that and built that for that motor. And then I changed my mind. I said, what am I going to do with 2 race cars?
So it is a big block intake?
Yeah. 2 brand new carburetors. They're all powder coated. And they're sideways, so there's a linkage kit with it and all that stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. That's why those headers are there too.
Right.
Those headers were supposed to be for the Vega funny car that I was going to build. Yeah.
This one or that one?
The big ones here, yeah. Okay. Those ones there. The other ones down there are off my... They're off my race car. I had the motors in the Chevy too.
Yeah.
When it was in there, that's the exhaust that was on it. I'm going to sell that too. I'm sure I'm just like you, Chad. I go through these closets and stuff here, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know I had that.
A few times.
Yeah. A
few times.
I get there quite regularly.
A few times.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, do you think that you're interested in doing the deal on that motorcycle and moving that thing out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it then, I guess.
Won't take long.
Won't take long, he says. Won't take long. That's cool. The pipes on that motorbike are cool. Huh? Pretty, aren't they?
It took me a long time because I started going one item at a time, and it would just take
you're welcome.
months and months and months.
Oh, no, you're welcome back anytime.
Race cars.
There's another place you should go to, Chad.
Yes?
Is Florida, the Don Gartless Museum.
Yes?
Were you guys there? Awesome place.
I couldn't believe how much stuff he had.
Oh, was he there?
He was.
Oh, did you get to talk to him?
For a second.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the day I was there, I got there early, and there was nobody there. So I sat on the curb because somebody dropped me off there, said, I'll come back and pick you up at 5 o'clock. So I was sitting on the out front there, and in pulls this truck, and he stops. He says, you're here a little early, you know, there's Don Gartlett. Okay. So, So anyways, he said, I'll be just a minute. So he went in and he got somebody else to come out, brought him out, and I said, show this guy through. So he took me there. He had the guy that was helping me at the museum, took me all through the place, took me out back to talk to him.
I just couldn't believe how much stuff he had.
Oh,
how long would it take you to gather all that stuff?
Like cool stuff too.
Yeah.
But did you see the place? Like it's all wood paneling and, it's nothing fancy, eh? He's a really cool cat.
Did you get to see you must have seen the wall of intakes.
Yeah.
That was my favorite. I could have took that home, the whole display, like behind glass.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It was in every car, there was Hemi after Hemi after Hemi after Hemi.
Oh, yeah.
It was like.
Yeah, I stayed there the whole day.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, the whole day. I stayed the whole day. I was there like 8:15 in the morning. I think I left at 4:30 or 5 o'clock to come pick me up.
Okay.
It was pretty neat. He came over and checked on me a couple times.
Oh yeah, we went to. He had a There was a car show there when we were there.
Oh, yeah.
And he had a flea market. He was selling some stuff there, and there was a bunch of people talking to him and stuff. But we got to meet him.
Yeah.
I think we got a picture with him, did we not?
Yeah.
He didn't know who we were. No. Maybe after watching TV for a
Yeah,
bit.
he asked me where I was from, and I told him, and he said, oh, yeah. He said, I think I've been up there before. I said, yes, you have. I said, you were at a car show at the Metro Center. And he said, oh, yeah. He said, I kind of remember that. So.
Oh, probably 40 years ago.
Well, yeah, it was just funny because he was, the reason I know is because I have a good friend of mine who was building a drag car back then. It was a 27 Roadster.
Yeah.
And it was at the car show. And I was helping the guy that owned the car.
Yeah.
And I was doing something to the car, and there was a guy behind me, and he said, is this your car? And I turned around, it was Don Gartlett's.
All right.
Yeah, he was there. It wasn't my car. I said, no, that's that guy's over there. So he ended up talking to him. So, yeah. He's a pretty cool cat, though.
Yeah. He got half his foot blown off, has he not?
Yeah, in the front engine dragster.
Hey. How could you imagine?
Didn't slow him down at all.
No.
Yeah.
So I guess you're just going to run right through there.
Yeah.
What would be the best thing for me to do?
I think the best thing for you to do would be to put your truck up on the street.
Yeah.
Right up on the street,
Yeah.
and we'll just push, there's enough of us
Okay.
here. We just push the bike up the hill, and you can load it right up there.
Cool. Those, but it's got a fucking end on it. Like you just pull that off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Pull that off.
Yeah, that's fucking that
Yeah.
shit. But this, like, if you look at this tank,
Yeah. I can see it.
yeah, it's
Coated.
see,
Yeah.
you can smell, there's probably a little bit of gas in here, and I use a lot of Marvel Mystery Oil. You ever seen that?
Marvel Mystery Oil.
Marvel Mystery Oil.
What's that all about?
Well,
It's a mystery.
It's amazing stuff.
Yeah.
And I've seen proof that it does. Like you can put a tank full of gas through a bike,
Yeah.
and you'll take a video camera and go down inside, and you'll see the intake and everything's all carbonized and everything.
Yeah.
You run a tank full of gas, everything's spotlessly clean, and it's a preservative as well.
Okay.
You get it at Princess Auto or Walmart. Yeah.
We go to Walmart all the time.
The key's in it.
I'll just push. How's that?
Yeah.
See if my legs are any good after this, eh?
Yeah, a little bit of a workout.
It's quite a bit of work just moving your stuff and getting it down there,
Oh
is
my
it not?
God, oh my, yes. It's overwhelming. The problem is I don't like parting with anything.
That's what I said to Jolene.
I'm not a very good seller.
I took that saying. I'm not a very good seller either. I'm a good buyer.
I am too. These trailers are the best, eh?
Just like that.